You know, we've all gotten pretty used to AI that can chat, that can write, that can generate images. But what about an AI that can actually act? Today, we're diving into how we're building AI agents that don't just talk about doing things, they actually, finally, get them done.
So I want you to just imagine something for a second. What if an AI couldn't just draft that email for you, but could actually dig into your calendar, find a time that works for everyone, and then send the meeting invitation itself, all without you lifting a finger? This is the huge question that's driving one of the most exciting fields in AI right now.
And there's a name for this, of course. Agentic AI. Basically, it's about building AI that doesn't just sit there and wait for your next prompt. It's proactive. It takes the initiative, it uses tools, and it works towards a goal all on its own. So forget your simple chatbot. This is more like a digital team member that really truly accomplishes tasks.
But here's the thing. There's a pretty big catch. And to really get it, I want you to think about a typical AI agent like a brand new intern. This intern is absolutely brilliant, but also incredibly fragile.
So this intern, right? They've read literally every book in the library. They can quote philosophy, solve mind-bending physics problems, but then you ask them to do something simple like make a pot of coffee, and whoops, they might pour boiling water on the floor because they don't know what a coffee maker is. They have all the book smarts in the world, but zero connection to reality. That right there, that's the hidden problem with most AI agents out of the box.
And that really lays out the two worlds we're dealing with here. On one hand, you've got the naive agent. Think of it as brittle, isolated, and honestly, the worst part, it fails silently. On the other hand, we have our goal, the ideal agent. This one is resilient, it's aware of its surroundings, and is genuinely effective. Bridging that gap is everything.
And this is what that silent failure actually looks like. It's that dreaded, cryptic error message that just pops up out of nowhere. The naive agent hits one tiny unexpected snag. Maybe a comma is in the wrong place in a file, and it just stops. It throws up its hands and gives you this computer-speak nonsense. You just can't trust an agent that's this fragile with anything important. No way.
Okay, so how do we fix this? How do we make our brilliant intern, well, not so fragile? The answer might not be what you think. To make an agent more powerful, the very first thing you have to do is teach it how to fail gracefully. And this might sound a little backward, but the very first, most crucial step isn't about making the agent smarter. Nope, it's about making it safer. Think about it. Before something can be truly powerful, it has to be reliable. The foundation of a useful agent isn't just its raw intelligence, it's the ability to handle the inevitable moment when things go sideways.
We do this with something called error handling and validation. So instead of just, blindly trying to do what you asked, the agent follows a much smarter process. First, it attempts the action. But second, and this is key, it's actively looking for errors. It's prepared to catch them. Third, if it finds one, it validates what happened and handles it. And finally, it can make an intelligent choice, either retry the task or report the problem back to you in plain, simple English. Let's look at a super clear example of this. You give both agents a task that's impossible. Calculate 25 divided by 0. The naive agent, it just face plants, system crash, game over. But the resilient agent, it sees the problem, catches it, and tells you what's up. Error, cannot divide by 0. Please check your input. It didn't just break, it actually diagnosed the problem for you. That is a massive leap from a fragile toy to a reliable tool.
All right, so we've built a safer agent. Our intern won't have a meltdown at the first sign of trouble. That's huge. But now we give it superpowers. Now we connect it to the real world.
Look, a resilient agent is good. It's reliable. We love that. But a resilient agent with tools? Oh, that is an absolute game changer. This is like giving our brilliant intern a smartphone, a key card to access the building, and the company Wi-Fi password. Suddenly, it's not just stuck in its own head anymore.
So what are these tools in the digital world? Well, a lot of the time, they're what we call APIs. You can just think of them as secure doorways to other programs and data. You could give it access to Google Search to check on current events, hook it up to a weather API for a live forecast, or, and this is a big one, give it secure access to your company's internal databases. The possibilities just explode.
Okay, let's pull all these threads together. What have we really done here?
We started with that brilliant but fragile intern, and we've basically put them through boot camp. We've taught them how to handle failure, and we've given them the tools to actually interact with the world.
And it all boils down to this one simple, powerful equation. This, right here, is the magic formula. Resilience, which you get from rock-solid error handling, plus capability, which you get from integrating tools, equals a truly useful AI assistant, one you can actually trust to handle real work without you having to constantly look over its shoulder.
And that really brings us to the most exciting part of this whole conversation. We are on the verge of having truly capable AI agents. They're getting safer and smarter every single day. So the real question isn't if these agents will be useful, but where we should point them first. What big, messy, important real-world problem do we want them to solve?